Okay. Hello. So, what does Women's Day mean to you?
I think it's about celebrating women and how powerful women can be and how the equality needs to be sorted out. Sometimes we say that there's equality in our life, but there isn't always equality. You know, women are still overlooked and not given the same opportunities that men are given.
So I think Women's Day is really important because women are quite often overlooked. I think it's important that we are celebrated because there's not as many opportunities still, even in 2024. I think obviously in film in my area, look at the Oscars, look at the award ceremonies, it's always the men that seem to be celebrated, and it's still such a big deal when women are nominated, and that's great, but it shouldn't be a big deal anymore. We should be in that conversation straight away.
We still live in a world where women don't have equal rights. Women are killed by men all over the world. The figures for femicide are ever increasing. We still see a world where women are repeatedly victims of rape and where women are treated unfairly. There are certain roles which women still aren't able to give, like working on the front line in the army, for example. And I think it's about celebrating the strong women that have got to positions of power.
To me, it's an artist called Millicent Patrick. So she was the first female animator for Disney, and she worked on the Fantasia gargoyle scene where you always see the gif of him doing this. But the biggest thing for me is she created the Gillman costume for Creature in the Black Lagoon, and she didn't get any credit for over a decade. And when she began to tour and kind of talk about her work on that, she was fired because a man called Bud Westmore took all the credit and didn't like that, you know, this woman had created it and she was talking about it.
Frida Kahlo is probably my ultimate feminine female icon that I adore. Also a big fan of Virginia Woolf, who was a writer. Sylvia Plath, again, who was a writer. These women fought for their art, their selves, their identity.
Well, when you look back in history, there's lots of women that have blazed a trail, you know, gone out of their way to get the vote for women and all of that. And when you think about how little rights they have, we've obviously come a long way in historical terms.
Speak up, even if you feel scared, if your voice shakes, you know, use your passion, your talent, your rage, channel it into being yourselves, however that looks, however, you know, you have the power within you to be what you want to be.
You need to just do what you want to do. I mean, whatever makes you happy, and don't ever feel that your gender puts you at a disadvantage, because you can do anything you want to do.